Last Thursday, the Keystone pipeline burst open and dumped over 200,000 gallons of crude onto the Dakota prairie. Was the problem caused by a pig? This is Greg Palast reporting for Tom Hartman. According to the owner of the pipe, TransCanada, big spills should never happen because the company continuously monitors the pipe.
At TransCanada, we understand just how important it is to be prepared. We implement 24/7 monitoring from our centralized oil control center 365 days a year.
How do they monitor the pipe? They use a PIG, P-I-G, a pipeline inspection gauge.
A smart pig is an inline inspection device that is inserted into the pipeline. The oil or natural gas pushes it along the length of the pipe without disrupting the flow. A smart pig can detect minute imperfections in the pipe, allowing us to assess its condition without having to excavate. This information is analyzed by TransCanada pipe integrity experts and used to ensure continued safety of the pipe.
Pipelines should never burst nor explode. The pigs should pick up the minor problems that signal a big crack coming.
If our highly trained staff identifies even a small irregularity, they can shut down the flow of oil immediately.
In fact, right after the explosion, TransCanada issued a statement expressing its surprise at the big break. According to company spokesman Mark Cooper, quote, "We send actual pigs through our pipeline. They're gauges that note any kind of sensitive areas." So what happened? Why didn't the pigs squeal? Well, according to whistleblowers, the pigs are honest, but the software is not. Are we getting honest data from these pigs?
We're getting honest data from the pigs. What we're not getting necessarily would be honest interpretation of the pig data.
This man, once in charge of writing the software interpreting the pig's data, is in shadow, his voice disguised for a good reason.
I have been threatened by my former client that I worked on the software for. I know that the oil and gas industry has a lot more time and resources and money than I do. And a person can be made silent, can be made bankrupt by this power that they hold.
The software effectively turns down the warning signal. The software makes the pigs less sensitive to danger than required by government regulations.
The regulations were not programmed entirely correct in this piece of software.
When you say there's errors in the software, did those errors end up making the pipes safer or less safe?
It ends up making the pipes less safe. It ends up telling the pipeline operator, the people who use the software, it feeds them incorrect information about the state of their pipeline. So, in the worst example, you could have a pipeline that has corrosion that goes into an urban area where there are many people. They explode.
And that's just what happened in Northern California when a pipeline exploded and killed 8. When the software specialists fixed the errors, they were told to leave the errors in place deliberately.
My team corrected it. I was part of a team that corrected the error. The consequence of fixing the software would be that that pipeline operator would need to apply fixes to a greater number of pipeline segments. They would have to do more reroutes, which are expensive.
Very expensive. Billions of dollars expensive to dig up the pipe and replace it. It's a lot cheaper to pay for the occasional spill, explosion, and death. 2 other industry insiders corroborated our whistleblower, but were too afraid to get on camera, even in shadow.
Any person that speaks out against pipeline companies puts a lot at risk.
This is Greg Palast reporting for Tom Hartman.